Hey friends, it's time for another Playwright tip, and today I want to talk about element handles and locators in Playwright and show you when to use which. I have a demo site here on the right side that includes a wonderfully pink button that when I click it adds some random raccoon pictures to this particular website. And here on the left side I have a quick Playwright test that goes to localhost and takes a screenshot. Let's get started by testing this website using element handles. So what we can do is we can create a button variable and we can use await page.dollar to access this particular button, and then we can click it. To test that everything is working well, we can also access all the images here by using await page.dollar and fetch all the images. And now we could add an assertion to check if the length of this collection here is 1. If we run this test, it will pass, and if we have now a look at the generated screenshot, we see that things are going well and everything is good to go. Element handles come with one downside though. If we now want to test the second button click and we click it again and we duplicate the assertion here, you will see now that when we run this test again that it is failing. And this is because element handles are accessing DOM elements when you call page dollar or page double dollar. So the images here are still the same images, so one images at the time, when we call the other assertion. And while it now would be possible to kind of refactor some code and reassess the images here to make the test work again, I don't think this is a great approach of writing tests. And this is where page locators come into play. So let's start from scratch. What we can do instead is we can assign a button and use a page locator here. And watch out, we're not using wait here because a page locator really just holds the logic that is needed to access DOM elements. And then we're clicking this particular button. And to continue, what we can do is we can now add our assertion, and we're again using a page locator. And if you use page locators, what is cool is that expect then allows you to await it. And you get a lot of convenience methods like to have class, to be hidden, to have count. And this is just a way nicer way to go. But what is the big difference now? So the test here is right now passing, but the big difference with page locators is that they are kind of lazy. And whenever you use a page locator, Playwright will evaluate all the elements matching this particular locator only when you use it. So you see here that we call expect with images, and this is only the moment when Playwright reaches to the DOM and checks all the elements that are matching your locator. In this way, you can just define all the locators and let Playwright figure out the rest. And I just think that this is a nicer way to write your test cases. To sum things up, if we look at the two ways to access DOM elements, we have element handles using page dollar or page double dollar. And this is pretty much discouraged right now by the Playwright team because it comes with a few downsides, as you just saw. On the other hand, if you use page locators, you can always be sure that when you call actions on the locator, or if you do assertions with your locator, that you're always reaching for the latest and freshest DOM elements to be sure that you're testing the right things. And this is this week's Playwright tip, and I talk to you next week.